Class 12th, Subject Physics, 4th chapter, Thermodynamics. From this chapter, let us see what is the isobaric process. So, the thermodynamic process which takes place at constant pressure is called as isobaric process. The thermodynamic process which takes place at constant pressure is called as isobaric process. For example, boiling of water at constant pressure, normally at atmospheric pressure, is the example of isobaric process. The PV diagram of an isobaric process is called as the isobar. So for an isobaric process, the quantities like internal energy delta U, the heat energy Q, and the work done W is not equal to 0. And therefore, let us see the PV diagram for the isobaric process, which is called as isobar. In this case, the system undergoes change from the initial state A to final state B. The initial state is having its coordinates Phi and Pi, while the final state is having its coordinates Phi F and Pi. So from this isobar, it is clear that for initial as well as final state, the pressure remains constant and there will be change in only volume from Phi to Phi F. And therefore, this is the process in which the pressure remains constant. Now, let us see the thermodynamics of the isobaric process. Let us see the thermodynamics of isobaric process. So, as pressure of the system remains constant, therefore change in pressure delta P will be equal to 0. Now consider an ideal gas undergoing isobaric expansion at constant pressure, and therefore if Phi and Ti are the volume and temperature of the system in the initial state and Pf and Tf are the volume and temperature of the system in its final state, then the work done in the expansion is given as that work done in the expansion in the isobaric process will be given as W is equal to P dV. So that will be written as P into dV will be the change in volume, and as volume changes from final state to initial state, that is Pf minus Phi, will represent the change in pressure dV, and therefore W is equal to P dV, that is equal to P into Pf minus Phi. That will give us equation number 1. Now from the ideal gas equation, we have PV is equal to nRT. PV is equal to nRT. Now if we differentiate that equation PV equal to nRT, as pressure P and nR, all these are constant, therefore the differentiation of that equation will be P dV equal to nR dt, and therefore P dV will be equal to nR. dt will represent the change in temperature, that is final temperature Tf minus initial temperature Ti. So putting this value of P dV in that equation 1, we can write W is equal to nR into Tf minus Ti, equation number 2. So this second equation gives the work done during this isobaric process, that is W is equal to nR into Tf minus Ti. Now if you consider the change in internal energy of this isobaric process, then that change in internal energy delta U will be given as NCV delta T, that is equal to NCV into delta T is change in temperature, that is final temperature minus initial temperature, that is Tf minus Ti. This will give equation 3. Now in this equation, CV represents the specific heat at constant volume for that given ideal gas, and Tf minus Ti, that is the change in temperature delta T. Now according to first law of thermodynamics, that is heat added Q will be equal to internal energy plus work done, that is delta U plus W, and therefore putting the values of delta U and W from equations 2 and 3. So second equation gives work done, third equation gives internal energy, that is change in internal energy, and therefore we can write Q is equal to NCV into TF minus TI plus NR into TF minus TI. And therefore from this relation, if you take common TF minus TI, then it is NCV plus NR into TF minus TI. Again take N common from this, and therefore Q is equal to N into CV plus R into TF minus TI. And therefore we can write Q is equal to NCP into TF minus TI, where this CP represents CV plus R. So that is the specific heat at constant pressure for that given ideal gas. So this term will be obtained according to Mayer's relation, that is Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Therefore Cp will be equal to Cv plus R, and this term will represent the change in temperature, that is final temperature minus initial temperature. Now let us go for next point, and that will be the isochoric process. Isochoric process. Now what is that isochoric process? The thermodynamic process which takes place at constant volume. The thermodynamic process which takes place at constant volume is called as isochoric process. So in case of isochoric process, the thermodynamic process will take place. There will be change in the process at constant volume, and therefore the process which takes place at constant volume is called as the isochoric process. Now the system does not perform any work on its environment in case of isochoric process. Then for isochoric process, change in volume delta V will be equal to 0, and hence the delta U, that is change in internal energy, will be equal to heat added Q. Now for an isochoric process, all the heat energy added, that is Q, increases only the internal energy of the system, and there will be no work done. Therefore delta U will be equal to Q. For example, the heating of gas in constant volume container, that is when the gas is heated keeping the volume of the gas constant, then this will represent the isochoric process. Again, if you consider the PV diagram for this isochoric process, then in this case the change of state takes place from A to B, and therefore A will represent initial state, B will represent final state. Now from this PV diagram it is clear that for both initial as well as final state there will be no change in volume. That volume is the same, and that is equal to Phi. But there will be change in pressure from Pi to Pf, and therefore this PV diagram represents the isochoric process. Now according to first law of thermodynamics, for isochoric process we have Q is equal to delta U, and now that delta U will represent the change in internal energy of the system, that will be given as NCV into delta T. So again CV is the specific heat at constant volume, and delta T will represent the change in temperature. Now similarly the work done in case of isochoric process will be given as work done equal to PdV, and that will be equal to 0, because for the isochoric process there is no change in the volume, that is dV will be equal to 0, and hence P into 0, that will be equal to 0, no work will be done. And therefore according to the first law of thermodynamics, the heat added Q will be equal to internal energy, that is change in internal energy, plus work done W. But in this case, this work done W is equal to 0, and therefore we can write Q is equal to delta U, that is heat added will be equal to the change in internal energy, that is heat supplied to that process or that system will be completely used to increase its internal energy, and it will not be used to perform the work, and therefore the finally heat added Q will be given as NCV delta T, because this delta U is given here, that is equal to NCV delta T. So for isochoric process, Q is equal to NCV into delta T.